Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us in this space that we are creating to help educate and entertain in all areas of real estate.
So get ready to get real with Jen and Shell. Y'all, week 5, new year, new podcast. So we're coming to you today to talk about tax refunds.
Yes. I don't get them.
Oh, okay. So we can also talk tax returns. So let's talk about self-employed people for just a second.
Hold on. Pour one out for my homies. Just kidding. I'm not doing that. Russell would be so mad at me. But also, cheers to the self-employed.
We out here struggling.
Mazel tov.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when you're self-employed and you want to buy a house, there are a couple of things you need to know. If you're currently in a W-2 job and you want to buy a house in the next 6 to 9 months, do not quit your job, okay? I did not mean to clap so hard.
She did.
Please don't quit your job and become self-employed, okay? It is very difficult to get you a loan if you quit your W-2 job to become a self-employed person. It's not impossible, but it is hard, or way harder. So let's make it easy on yourself. I know that you might be mad at your boss, whatever the case may be, but let's just tough it out and get you through a transaction before you decide to be self-employed. Now, for all the people that have decided a few years ago to be self-employed, we need 2 years of tax returns.
Yes.
Okay. So that's kind of the general rule of thumb is we're going to look at the last 2 years and we're going to see what have you written off and can we add any of those write-offs back in? So if you know that you wrote off a ton of stuff in 2023, and so you're filing your 2024 taxes now, you need to visit with a lender ahead of time because we might be able to help guide you in, hey, I need you to not write off X amount of dollars. So however you and your accountant can work this out, let's figure out a way for us to prove that you are making what you're actually making. So stop writing all your stuff off.
Yeah. And I think so as someone who is 1099 and has been 1099 for 7 long years, I constantly every year have this conversation with my CPA because I need to show X amount of money in income while also minimizing what I have to pay Daddy America. So I don't want to pay him more than I have to. I'm being honest. I don't want to. It's my money and I want it now. Called JG Whitworth. No, I'm just kidding.
877 cash.
Gosh, no, why? They did so good.
I remembered it. Is that from the... Are they still around?
I don't even know.
I'm going to have to look this up after.
We'll Google later. And if you are, sponsor us.
Yeah. Hello. Mm-hmm. We're out here giving free ads. So,
yeah. So I do this every year, even if off the top of my head, I'm not necessarily planning on making a real estate purchase. I need to know what my income would be in case an investment opportunity comes up.
Right.
Because I have to be prepared and I have to know these things.
Yeah. I think it's just important to let your CPA know your goals, visit with a lender if you need to, because we can look at your previous 2 years and tell you hey, you've written off too much for, I don't know, your home office at this point. And so you're taking a huge loss. And so we're not able to add some of that stuff back in. And so it just doesn't look like you're making that much money. And so it's just important to plan ahead.
Yes. Yeah. Plan, communicate.
Definitely.
That's what it is for our 1099 folks.
Now for us W-2 people.
W-2 people who are clearly God's favorite. No, I'm just kidding. Kind of.
That's good. So, whenever you're talking about, taking your taxes to your accountant or whatever the case may be. So we use an accountant. We never try to do it on our own. So we take it to an accountant because otherwise I would be getting huge refunds.
Potentially committing unintentional tax fraud.
Yeah. And I'm out here not trying to commit tax fraud. So I use a professional.
Yeah. That's the safest bet, really.
Yeah. And so we get a tax refund. Every year we get something. Sometimes it's really small, sometimes it's a little larger, because we have a lot of kids. But the point is that when we take our tax refund, no matter what amount you get, the question to you is, what are you going to do with that tax refund? If you're looking to buy a house, what should you do?
Well, statistically, I have some stats here for what people statistically do with their tax returns.
Okay. Hit us.
So, fun fact, almost 50% of U.S. citizens are expecting to be owed a tax return.
Oh.
40% of these people say that they are going to save their tax return for emergencies or expenses that they have coming up, such as
buying a house.
Which we love this.
Yeah.
We love this kind of energy. 37% plan to pay off debt.
Okay. That's also good. House buying.
It can be good.
Oh, it could be bad.
It could be bad. That's the double-edged sword of credit. Am I right? So sometimes when you pay off too much debt and close accounts,
don't ever close an account.
Don't ever close an account.
No.
Okay. You want to buy a house? Don't close an account.
Don't do it.
You get paid to zero.
Like, don't dispute things either.
Please do not start a dispute process without talking to us.
If you are wanting to purchase a house, no. Yeah, no.
Let's look at your credit first and decide if that's necessary.
Yeah.
You can always do it later.
Always do it later. We don't care later. Like, but there are boxes that we have to check, and there's things that aren't allowed, and
regulation.
No regulation. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Just like in the IRS, the government for regulation of housing is.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Me and
the IRS and I have a
love-hate
relationship.
Mm-hmm.
They love me.
Yeah.
I hate them. Respectfully, if you're listening. Respectfully. Don't audit me.
She's immediately getting audited.
I'm immediately getting audited. I'm like, crap.
Dang it.
Yeah, so 37% of people are planning to pay off debt. I will say, I think I heard somewhere that consumer debt, like credit card debt, is way up right now.
So it's like easy to live on your credit card, especially when things are more expensive, right?
Right.
You got to do what you got to do.
It now, pay it later. I get it. Surprising. So 37% paying off debt. That's their plan. Only 13% plan to put it towards retirement.
Interesting.
I think it's fascinating to me because I'm also guilty of this. Like, I have a Roth IRA that is going to operate as a portion of my retirement.
Yeah.
But if I'm being perfectly honest, I think I'm going to be working up to the day of my funeral. I will be late to my funeral because I will be at work. I will be at an appointment.
Yes.
Like, I feel that's just how my family is. Like, that's just what we do. We work until we die.
Yeah. Not mine. No, my parents retired and they were like 46.
Oh, they did it right.
Yeah. Because they were a police officer and firefighter. And so they were like, see ya.
And her parents are amazing.
Yeah.
And I love them.
Yeah, they're amazing. We love them. But yeah, so interesting that you wouldn't put it towards I have actually never thought about putting it towards retirement, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, and I think that it goes back to our age, like our millennial mindset. It is what it is.
We like credit cards and we don't like to save for retirement.
Or
housing.
Listen, yeah.
I'm sorry.
We don't. We
until we're 38.
Until we're 38. Until we this is our year. Like, we already have houses, but it's a 38 year. This is it.
This is your moment.
You're a real adult. 38. We're gonna get our adult pass. We made it.
Anyway, we're all living longer than
midlife. You know what? We perish early in my family. This actually might be my midlife.
You're downhill. Anyway,
accelerated downhill.
I never saved for anything smart. So I like to use my tax refund for vacation.
I think a lot of people do that though. They're
it's like the worst thing you can do.
You've worked hard all year. This is the money that you let set interest free at the government. This is my whole I have a problem with tax returns.
You need to just take your tax refund. If you're not ready to put it into retirement, totally understandable. At least put it in a high yield savings or something, and then let's start buying a house.
Yeah, I mean, I highly recommend looking into a Roth IRA. I'm not a financial advisor.
We should bring a financial advisor on.
We should.
I know somebody.
I don't know. Mine died. I know. I
Anyway,
need your contact.
so I have one. She's very much alive.
Love that.
But yeah, maybe she could talk to us a little bit about that at some point.
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea a lot. But yeah, I don't feel like people in our generation are savers.
I will say this though. So most companies, when you work for them now, they force you to have a 401k. And I didn't mean to say it like that. Like,
well, but I think that's accurate though. They do.
They're just like, you're going to pay into retirement because we all know that you need us to handhold you.
Because we literally, because we can't. Like, I wish I had somebody who forced me into a 401k.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to hold me hostage and be like, you're going to have a 401k. You're going to save X amount of money a year, right, or you're going to die.
So let's say you've done your taxes right, though, all year long on your W-2. You either owe the IRS or you're barely going to get, $100, $200, right? So you haven't been doing the wrong things all year, which is what I do. Anyway, and so
it's a mess. I think it's normal though.
Yeah, I just can't ever figure out the tax forms. I'm like, just take as much as you need. I don't know.
I don't know. Again, millennial mindset. Like, I don't know, man. Here,
yeah, just I guess give it back whenever you're not going to use. Anyway,
millennials need help.
I know, I definitely.
What is the age group above us? Is it Gen X?
I don't know.
Hit us up. Let us know what your age group is.
Yeah.
Is it Gen? What was it? What were our parents?
I don't know.
Were they baby boomers? Are they too young?
My parents are too young.
I think mine are too young. I say mine are dead.
Emotional damage. You want some therapy, bro? I will send you to Jesus.
Okay. Oh my God. The trauma. Okay, so back.
Anywho, listen, if somebody out there wants to capitalize on the huge informational gap for adulting for millennials,
specifically for us,
we will sign up for your class. And don't worry, we'll put it on a credit card. And
I'm going to need a free class. Anyway.
Sponsor us.
Well, I'm gone. So what was I saying? Something about tax refunds. Shoot.
Vacations.
Oh, a 401k. So if you decide that you're wanting to buy a house and you're like, shoot, I don't have a lot of savings. Fun fact, you can take from your retirement to purchase a home. It is the only time you can do it without penalty because you're purchasing an asset with an asset.
More you know. Imagine the Reading Rainbow star. Reading.
How do they go? Reading.
Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. I don't know. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
is that still on?
I don't know. But how did we know the Cash Now guy?
Marketing. Good marketing.
Yeah.
That's what we got.
We need them to market our podcast.
You're hired, JG Wentworth. I almost finished it because it's just like you have to. I won't.
Okay, so anyway, the point of the story is use your tax refund strategically to help you do a down payment, to help you get into a home. Or if you're not getting your refund and you have some retirement that you could potentially use to help you, we can also take a look at that. Yeah. We can look at paying off debt at the same time. So maybe freeing up your cash flowing a little better. So you have more cash to put towards your house, but you're not feeling too strapped because you've already paid off some credit cards that are, 35% interest, and you're paying for a house that's at 6% interest. So yeah, where's the trade-off?
Man, that's a really valid point though.
Mm-hmm.
My pace was hearing 35% interest because that made me a little nauseous. But then I was like, you know what? No, actually, I've seen, I get credit card offers in all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm new to the credit card world, and
it's a scam, man.
And I was like, but I'll get some of these and they'll have 35%, 29%, and I'm like, for what? What are you doing for me? Nothing. But
if you're responsible enough, you use a credit card only 30% of the amount that you have available. So,
yeah, That's again making your players work on your fantasy credit team.
Tax refunds.
It's all the things. Use the money, put it to work for you in whatever way makes sense. If you are already getting to, filing everything and you're waiting on that return and you know how much you're getting back and you're not sure what the best way to do it is, if you want to purchase a home in 2025,
call us.
Let's see how to best make that money work for you.
Yeah. Let us help you with your roadmap, man. We are here. Thank you for coming. Call us if you need us.
See you later. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll catch you next time.
And the only time we don't mind you pushing our buttons is right now. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Please leave that in.
And caffeinated.
So
I think Shelly
so much coffee.
just so much coffee today.